Hi. There we are. Are you gonna want to go out now? Are you gonna go out because you've been sleeping? So here I am with my mascot. Here, I'll show you. See, here he is. This is Griffin. This is the animal. See, he's very rowdy. He really causes problems. He's pretty cute, but he's gone now. He might want to leave here. I don't know. That's a hint to someone who may be outside. Um, Welcome to our Thursday, our final meditation for the week together. You do have permission over the weekend to take some time to sit quietly, especially Friday night and Saturday. But hello, Kathy. Hello, Michelle. Um, hmm. I'm sorry about that. Just there was 1 second there. Hello, Valerie. There was 1 second there where it looked like there was a problem with the internet. I'm very sorry about that. It looks like my I don't have a very strong connection. But we've been talking about the beginning of this Torah portion where Pharaoh's heart is hard and heavy, and that heaviness, which we're really talking about as suffering, can get inside of us and stop us from doing what we need to do, in his case, from letting the Israelites go. And then it's interesting that towards the end of the Torah portion is when the Israelites set up their celebration of the fact that they've become free. I'm thinking about to freedom. And what does it take to get us? Hello, Chuck and Lisa. Hello, Irene. What does it take to get us to a place where we can take those things that are weighing us down? Hichbadati. I'm weighed down, and my heart is hard because I'm weighing myself down, really. That part of it is the mind change that we're trying to bring in through our meditation. Part of it is the mind change that happens when you start thinking about the world through the lens of compassion, through a lens of love, through a lens of peace. Then that suffering that's upon us, that weight that is upon us, if we can bring compassion and love to ourselves, that can lead us towards more peace and less suffering in our own lives. You know, it could be momentary that you take your mind and you think about the idea of, why am I feeling this? What's causing me to feel this? Is this something that needs to be weighing me down throughout my life? Yeah, Adam, thank you for writing in there. What's been weighing him down is returning to teaching. And these kinds of moments that we can take to kind of separate ourselves from those things that have the potential to weigh us down, those things that have the potential to get into our heads and just circle and circle and circle and bring us down. That's part of what we're trying to protect against when we're doing our meditation. And it's difficult to do because the second we start thinking about our breath, our mind is taking us to these places. And I find that my mind takes me to those things that I'm kind of fretting about, right? Those things that are difficult for me or are coming up in the future, and I've got anxiety or inside of me because I have to do this thing. So my mind starts taking over and saying, this is going to happen, or this is going to happen, or this might happen, or that might happen, instead of just allowing things to be just as they are for now. Soon enough, I'm going to have to deal with the stress or anxiety of whatever I have to do. But for now, for this time, it's like we're doing like an evening clearing from what's been weighing us down, so that we can take ourselves to another place, so that when we return in 20, 25 minutes, we just have a different outlook on the way we're approaching the things we have to do, the things that are weighing us down. Some of those things, by the way, are not things we have to do. A lot of them are things that have already happened, and it weighs us down. And part of the reason for that is, how can we possibly go on with our lives after we've done this thing, or this thing happened to me? And so, there's a guilt and a shame of, I shouldn't be living my life. I shouldn't be happy anymore because I have this pain. I shouldn't be smiling. I shouldn't be singing. I shouldn't be enjoying because there's this pain and there's this suffering. And then if you take that even farther, the suffering that's in the world, how can I possibly enjoy myself when there are so many people that are suffering? It could be you suffering that are watching this. To clear ourselves and to clear that suffering out a little bit can help us to realize that that which happens to us does weigh us down, but it doesn't need to control us. It doesn't need to take over. It reminds me in so many ways of the concept of the Yetzer Tov, that which is we're inclined to do that's good, and that which we're inclined to do that's bad. That inclination word, that Yetzer, is actually, if you think about the Hebrew word Yetzer, meaning something that is created, it's kind of like that which has been created inside of us for good, Yetzer Tov, and that which isn't created inside of us that thinks about that which is bad, the Ra's, like horrible things or bad things. And if that side of our creation is taking precedent over the side for goodness, which is what human beings somehow love to do, then we're out of balance. We come back to something we talked about a couple of weeks ago, which is, how do you live with pain and joy at the same time? Well, both of those things are always happening to us, but we think much more about that Yetzer Hara, that side of us that is negative, as opposed to allowing that side of us that's positive, the love and compassion and empathy we have for others, allowing that to be more operative than the side that likes to bring us down to darkness. So it's enough to think about for today. But I bring us back to what Sylvia Boorstein said, which is, her prayer, her statement, her thought every day is, let's make the world more peaceful and find less suffering. Let's bring peace and less suffering into the world. If every single person did that, how much more less suffering would there be? So let's move inside, clear ourselves, clean ourselves from what's happening, what's weighing us down. It is January 6th, the one-year anniversary of the resurrection that happened last year, which I remember sitting here and literally having the TV on because I was so obsessed by CNN, and kind of taking peeks at it. But I'm much calmer today, much less stressed about what's happening in our capital. That certainly was a day. So let's bring ourselves to our breathing. We're going to allow everything to be just as it is for now. We don't need to solve anything. We don't need to accomplish anything except concentrating on our breath for the next several minutes. And then we'll end asking for feelings of joy and to feel whole. So we end our week with a feeling of wholeness. We're just concentrating on our breath. Just a little bit of a reminder that our minds are going to take us away from our breath. No judgment. This is what happens. Doesn't mean you're not good at doing this. Just take your mind back. Right now, I'm breathing. That's it. That's where my mind needs to be. in the last time that we have together. We move towards the Yetzer Tov. We say, may I feel joy. May I feel whole. May I feel joy. Nachman of Bratslav believed actually one of the ways to cure suffering is and that joy can overcome suffering. May I feel joy. May I feel whole. In the last 3 weeks, we've watched at least 40 movies for our SAG voting, or Michelle's SAG voting and my watching with her. And you know, a lot of people in these movies are seeking joy and seeking or lacking joy. May I feel joy. May I feel whole. This is what we all want. Wholeness. Joy. May I feel joy. And may I feel whole. May I feel joy. May I feel whole. May I whole. May I feel joy and may I feel whole. If you'd like to invite someone to be in your mind's eye, someone you love, someone you barely know, someone who you have difficulties with, whoever you'd like, whoever's on your mind, right? And offer it to them. May you feel joy. May you feel whole. May you feel joy. May you feel whole. You can say it out loud. You can say it to yourself. You can whisper it. May you feel joy. May you feel whole. May you feel whole. May you feel joy. May you feel whole and may you feel joy. And just bring it back to yourself. I invite you. May I feel joy. May I feel whole. May I feel joy and may I feel whole. And let's just finish just concentrating on our breath once again. Just allowing everything to be as it is for now. thank you so much for joining me today. It really fills my heart that you're here. And may you feel joy. And may you feel whole. And may you have a beautiful evening, a peaceful Shabbat, and a fantastic weekend. We'll see you next Tuesday.